So there has been a news release that suggests that I actually disassociate myself from the reinstatement of the impeached president, Augustin Appiah. And let me make some clarifications to that effect as part of our education program. Um, the president was impeached in November, that's about November 16, on the premises that he has gone against the spirit of the constitution of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana. Now, after the president was impeached, the president took the association to court, because for court to quash the impeachment. That was his right, no two ways about that. The press release by the association's acting president and the NEC, National Executive Council of the association, tried to explain that he did so many things that actually gone against the spirit of the constitution of the association TAG. Now, when the Congress was held at the Nat Hostel in Kumasi, purposely to reinstate the impeached president, Augustin Appiah, I was at the event actually at the Congress, so we tried to look at the legal and the constitutionality regarding a reinstatement of an impeached president of the association. So what happened was that I could realize that the impeached president was being reinstated using moral grounds, and that has gone against the spirit of the constitution. Because if you want to reinstate an impeached president or anybody in that authority, the person should be taken through the legal process per the constitutional requirement. We were at Congress, and then I've come to realize that the main purpose of the Congress was basically to reinstate and elect new leaders. We were at Congress, and then he was called to come and read an apology letter to Congress. And that was shocking. Because for more than a decade with this association, I've never heard an impeached president just being called by the national coordinator, Sheikh, to just come and read an apology. That was unconstitutional. So I tried to question the purpose. Because if you want to be reinstated, you need to go through the procedure for reinstatement. Even at Congress, you need to file a table motion or petition Congress, because Congress is the highest decision-making body of the association. You need to petition Congress or even file a table motion so that Congress will reconsider your impeachment by looking at the basis for which it should be reconsidered or reinstated. But that wasn't done. So the issue was dragged, actually. So I stood up and I explained to them that for the sake of my integrity, I wouldn't witness a non-constitutional reinstatement of an impeached president. So I, on that note, officially disassociate myself from such a procedural issue, unless otherwise they take the legal and constitutional procedure to reinstate him if there need be. Now, the Ghana National Association of Teachers General Secretary, Mr. Thomas Musa, was the mediator in the issue. So this issue was taken from court, according to them, since I have no claim to that, whether it has been to court, but they said it has been to court. It was brought from court. And there was a memorandum of understanding between the two sides. An out-of-court settlement, they said. Now, the MOU states that the president should read apology letters so and so, and it was between the National Executive Council of the 2019-20 academic year leadership and Augustin Appiah, the supposed impeached president. Now, a contentious agreement in law is an issue for a later day. But you realize that the basis for reinstatement was not indicated. So I asked a question. It is good to reinstate somebody, but on what basis? Then we realized that I've been told one of the bases, such as his impeachment did not go through the judicial committee of the association. I said, what a joke. The judicial committee of the association per constitution is not mandated to determine who is impeached and who is not impeached. It is only a legal brain that will guide you on your issues, and it's not mandatory that for Congress or NEC to impeach any office holder, the judicial committee should give them mandate. That is not an issue. I come to realize that there was so much misinformation, which means there is more leadership education among the younger generation who are taking up positions in the association. So later there was Congress was reconvened, and I was told, okay, I didn't witness that because I wasn't even around then, when the SRC presidents met and said, okay, let's reconsider him. And then an association of SRC presidents called Prescov, which actually is also unconstitutional, brought its leadership to come and say, they file a motion and say we are reinstating him, and that is also unconstitutional. So you see, my reason for disassociating myself from that issue was that the younger generation are not willing to learn, or the older generation are misguiding the younger generation because they have ex-officials and associate members who should be guiding them. So this is just a brief explanation on why I distanced myself from such illegal reinstatement. If you want to be reinstated, you should just pass to the legal means because you have an integrity to preserve. That was my main reason for taking myself off that discussion. On this note, my best explanation for why I disassociate myself from the reinstatement of former president of TTAG, Augustine Appiah. My name is Ellis Ferdinand. I'm live on Summer Radio GH. Have a good morning.